Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Master Arcade, and today we are bringing you yet another Smite patch notes. This is the Sol and Zeus patch that have finally been brought to Xbox. We've been waiting for this for a little bit, and we have finally been able to start getting them. So first, we are starting off where, honestly, we would usually end off, and that's with a god. Now we're starting off with Zeus.
My bolts will strike with great
Zeus
fury.
has finally got all of his reworks. He has been completely redone. Well, not really completely. He got a couple nerfs, but he also got some buffs as well. So we'll go ahead and go through them, as well as we're on the new arena. The new arena has been completely changed to fit him. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that. So first off, his nerfs. He did take a couple nerfs.
Minions have reached your force down upon me.
He took a couple nerfs to a few of his abilities, his detonate, and his, I forget what exactly it's called, his chain lightning, were all nerfed damage-wise, just to counteract the rest of his rework. Now, we are also here on the new arena map for the Halloween. When you kill someone, as you saw there, you get a gravestone. It's kind of darker. The buffs have kind of been changed, and there's some, I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but there's some costume people in the stands. So basically, he has a couple new abilities, as you see there. His, he used to have a shield. When you would use that shield, it would give you movement speed, as well as if anyone hit you and you took any attack speed, or you took any basic attack damage, it would put a dot of lightning that you could then detonate. That has since been changed. They took that off. They decided that it's kind of useless. You don't really get that much with it, so they basically took that away. So that was Zeus's only real escape. From there, they brought a thing called Aegis Shield. Basically, what it is, you throw it out. It's an AOE. It does damage to begin with, and then you can then attack that shield and damage people who are then in there. So if you are in a team fight, you can throw that in the middle of people and do damage to them, and it's on a pretty short cooldown. So you can see you can throw that out, I can attack it, it'll do damage to people, and you'll have fun. The other thing that got buffed on him was his chain lightning. His chain lightning now has a lot quicker of a cooldown. So, or not a cooldown, a link to people, as you'll be able to see with some of these minions. It's like a split second in between each dot now, so it immediately goes to each one. There's no waiting for it, so it's harder to dodge. At the same time, it goes to minions a lot quicker. So there's another example of that. So that is the new Zeus. He has been buffed a little bit in some of his damage with Aegis Shield as well, and we'll go ahead and show the Aegis Shield one time. So you can see it does that first bit of damage, and it does do a decent bit of damage, especially with Soul Reaver. And his Chain Lightning, as you can see, goes a lot faster than it used to. So with that in the new arena, we will go ahead and get into the rest of patch notes, as we will go ahead and end off there. Go ahead and surrender and head back to the main screen, where we can then look at the rest of the patch notes. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get any item balances this time, so we are not at the new Bluestone or Mail renewal yet. So, unfortunately, we will not be receiving those until the next patch. No new gods have been announced yet or anything, so we don't know if we'll be getting anything anytime soon new god-wise, but we do know there's some item balances. Couple new things that have been added, as you saw in the UI as we were in the game. Mana cost was added into the game, as well as health and MP5 were tallied on the sides. If you need to go back and watch that, go ahead, as you'll be able to see that it's on the sides of your bars. as well as refer a friend has been added. So if you go to your profile here, you can then scroll down to refer a friend, and you can now refer your friends. So if your friends do not have Smite yet, refer them to get an account. You can get favor, some skins there, and then the more that you play with them, the higher up level they get, the closer you are to getting that Agni skin. And if you play 10 hours with that friend, you get the Triumphant Agni skin, which is a pretty cool skin. So you can just hop in here, it'll bring up your friends list, and whoever doesn't have it, you can just go through and refer them, have them install the game, and you'll be able to get that rolling. As well as another thing they added for VGS, the in-game announcer that you can ping and do like gank or attack fire giant or whatever. Now if you mute somebody, that will also mute their VGS. So they can no longer spam taunts, they can no longer spam jokes, they can no longer mess with you, as well as if someone's going crazy, they can no longer spam help, 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 and you will no longer hear them. So when you mute someone, it mutes their in-game VGS. As well as voice chat has been fixed. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but on the Smite channel, Scott Gandhi stated that before in the game, you had to be in a party with somebody to hear them, and that's not an Xbox party. That's if you click party here, they had to be in your team of 5 party in order for you to voice chat with them. That has since been fixed, so voice chat in-game is now allowed. The only thing that I think they need to fix is hearing people at this screen, because I think in-game you can't hear anyone at this screen if they're in your party. Some new skins have actually been added to the game, which is pretty fantastic. We will start with the new Khepri skin, which I didn't even know was in the game for the longest time. But Khepri got a new skin. It's the Horned Beetle Khepri. He gets kind of a medieval look. He's more battle ready. He's got the thorns, and I think he looks really, really good with this. His recolor, I didn't like too much. I didn't like the green or anything. I liked the standard skin the most. So now that they're kind of giving him his standard skin with just more of a hardcore look, I think it gives him a better look than usual. So I think that's a very good skin for him. Moving on with skins, if you have been playing through the through the Odyssey and everything, a new skin just came up through that. But we will talk about all of the Odyssey skins after everything's gone through. So we'll go ahead and mention Alpwash then. And Alpwash probably has one of the better skins that have come out in a long time. And that's his Galactic Invader skin, with probably one of the most annoying and great voice packs ever. I honestly think this is probably one of the better mage skins that I've seen in a long, long time. Of course, he's got the alien look, his abilities, and his alts are flying saucers. So, I mean, how can you play against flying saucers? You can't. So that is a big one. And then the other great skin that has come out, which is personally my favorite, and I'm working towards trying to get it, is the Loki skin. Now, it's been a while. Loki had his recolor, and I've had his infiltrator skin for the longest time, but now he has his Grim Mariachi skin, where he goes a little Day of the Dead on us, and you can tell by his voice pack a little bit.
That was amazing. Good work, son.
That he's going a little Halloween on us. So, and I really like the skin. I've been working through the chest to try to get it. I really want it because I want that and the Jack the Reaper Thanatos skin. So these are those are just the skins that have come out. We do have the Odyssey skins, which we will go ahead and go over now. If you haven't been doing the Odyssey, I really suggest you do. It's really amazing. A lot of the skins are really cool. So if you're on the fence about it, there's some skins that aren't going to be in the game for the longest time that you should really try getting into. First off is Kukulkan. Skin might look a little bit familiar, but it completely changes him. He's basically a Pokemon. and it just looks amazing. And that's the very first skin that you get through the Odyssey, the very first one. You don't even have to buy the rest of them. This is a cool skin in itself, and it works for him. I really like it. As we go back, you get the Sky Dragon player card. It looks just like that. There's no reason to go to it. That's what it looks like. Meh. The next skin is the New Horizons Nuwa, which I think is a really very good skin for her. I thought most of her skins didn't really change too much about her. This really does. Her gems or amulets or whatever she waved are now planets. And it's just a very, very good skin for her. I think it works, and it was a good idea for whoever made it. The next is the Chinese Lantern Global Emote. Basically, what happens is while you're in game, that little Chinese lantern that's on the top will float through you and float above you. It's not the best global emote like the fireworks from the Summer of Smite, but at the same time, it is pretty decent. I like shooting it off, so we'll see what happens. And then, right now it says it's the final skin. They just patched it this morning and had to take it out because of some bugs. But the next skin is the Idusa skin. Probably my favorite so far. I had to get it, like, even if I didn't get any other skins. I love playing Medusa as it is. I have her gold, but this skin is amazing. She's got the iRobot look. Her snakes are, like, digital wire things. And eventually she'll attack, and when she attacks, all of her lights go from green to red. And when she attacks, her bow does not sound like a bow, it sounds like a laser. So her skin is very, very good. I love using it, so if there's any skin as of right now that I would get from the Odyssey, that would definitely be it. Now, the other thing that you can get, which is in the Undiscovered, but 100% it's in the game, they're just going to have to repatch it in. It's the voice packs for Inuki, and I forget who the other one is. Oh no, Khepri. So you get the Khepri voice pack, you also get the Inuki voice pack. If you don't know who Inuki is, Inuki does the top 5 plays on the Smite channel. It's a really cool voice pack, and his voice is magical. So if you want your kills to sound really, really cool, I would definitely suggest getting that pack. Once you get all of those items, every single one of those items, all 6 items, you then get the Ao Kuang skin. And the Ao Kuang skin it looks great. Ao Kuang just had a new skin. He had his Dragon King skin, which looks great, but it also looks really close to his original. It just looks like his original was changed a little bit. But now you get the Dragon Knight Ao Kuang skin, and it looks really good. It gives him that dark medieval feel. He changes into that purple dragon that you see in his player card. He actually turns into that during his ult, which looks even better. And all of his abilities are red, and it just gives him that dark, almost the way that medieval Bologna kind of looks. But for him, it was a skin that he needed. He needed something new and improved, so I really like that skin. So those are all the skins that came up. There's really nothing else that happened with this besides, of course, the big new god release, and that is Sol, the goddess of the sun. And she, of course, has her supernova for her recolor. I just kind of like the regular Sol skin, honestly. Like, I'm not too much into recolors. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. But I really like her just original. So what we're going to go ahead and do now, as we do with every single new god, is we're going to go ahead and hop into a custom match and show you guys Sol, the goddess of the sun. Her abilities are, they pretty much are highly damaging. Right now, she's very overpowered because she is new. She's very strong. So when it comes to facing a Sol, she's not like other mages. And I say that in the way of, she's the kind of mage that is a basic attack mage. So she's going to be using her auto attacks to kill people. She's going to be bursting them down as she can, but she's just going to be hammering at them the whole entire time. And she's going to be able to play a hunter role, kind of like Freya, kind of like Alquang, and even some other basic attack mages. I'm not sure how many there are. I'm sure some people can, I mean, there's basic attack Poseidon if you build him right. But we're going to go ahead and look at Soul. We'll go through some of the abilities. Not really any builds yet out there. I'm sure eventually there will be something that gets completely overpowered. Like there's a Loki build that's completely overpowered. There's neat builds.
So exciting.
So,
this one, I think
to look at her passive, Unstable Manifestation, she gains heat as she uses abilities, hits basic attacks. She gains 1% magical power and 1% attack speed for every 3% heat. At a 100%, her basic attacks gain 35% damage, and her heat decreases over time. So basically, as you basic attack and use abilities, you gain heat, and then at the end of it, she gets faster attacks. So think of Apollo. After he attacks so much, he gets his attack speed boost. That's kind of what she gets. Her first ability is Radiance.
Minions have spawned.
Basically, she uses it. There's a circle around her.
Hold up.
She pops it, does damage around her, and it gains her heat. As you see on the left-hand corner, that's her heat. She gains extra heat for her passive, and you can actually use that if you start hitting people a lot. You can pop that to get full heat, and then you're back to getting your passive up. Her second ability is called Stellar Burst. Her next basic attack is an AoE. It does damage going out and coming in so it goes out, retracts, it deals damage, and then also can slow them.
Time to shine.
So as you can see there, she's got it popped, throw it out, it goes off, and comes back in, and it does a lot of damage. It can really burst someone down really big. Her third ability is called Disapparate. She basically breaks herself down, getting more speed and ignoring all movement penalties. She also leaves a trail behind her that can damage and stun enemies. And at the end, she is completely gone. She cannot take any damage. She's just invulnerable. So basically what that is, you pop it, leave that trail. That trail hits and stuns, and then she turns into this ball that cannot be killed, and then you're back to normal. Her ultimate is called Supernova. It's basically like 6 meteors that hit the ground in a line, and they take 20% damage for each hit. So basically you just strike in a line, it comes down, and that's it. 100% being honest here, it's not one of the best. It's not one of the best ults in the game. I definitely think they could have worked a little bit better on it. Just because there's a few things that they could have done better with her. She is very overpowered right now, but I think as soon as she gets nerfed, she's going to be right there with the rest of the mediocre mages. So I think that's something that they really need to work on, because it seems like the last couple gods haven't been used too much, especially, like, I know Ravana hasn't been used at all or anything. But here's what I mean by burst damage. Throw it, bam, and you clear waves like crazy. We'll go ahead and build her heat. Pop that to get more heat. Hit anything with that, and then she's a huge tower killer. Level 5. You can just go ham. There you go. My heat's up, so I get more attack speed. Throw that, and he's slowed. And then here's where what you could do that's overpowered. So there you go. I'm taking no damage at all. I just tanked the tower, basically. And then you can just... She's Tower Machine. She's like Release Medusa. She goes ham. The way I usually level her is I level her 2 first. You get that wave clear. You can't do anything about it. Get that wave clear online. You can outpush people like crazy. You can use it as just a way to keep people off your minions. So zoning is huge. The ult, I'm gonna die. And then that's where you use your B. I have 42 health, that's when to stun him, and I take no damage now. And that's why her ultimate is completely overpowered, because you can be fighting her, you can be doing whatever you think you can to not die, and continue to do damage to her. She pops that, walks away, she stuns you. She's no longer taking any damage, so she's just squeaky clean.
Yes, this I like.
And now she's killing you again. So Soul is definitely OP as of right now. I know PC wise she has gotten nerfed a little bit. I know her ult got a little bit of a buff because the ult doesn't take as much time to come down now. But other than that, she did take somewhat of a nerf damage wise. Another thing that you can do if you want to try it is pop the B while you're chasing someone like that, because it ignores all movement penalties. So you can chase after them with it. And then if you want to dive a tower, so for instance this, go after him, hit him, hit him, hit him. I don't take any damage, so I can just chill around him. And then go after him. I don't think that ultimate hit him.
Watch the car! Yeah!
And that's pretty much it for Soul. She's very bursty. Again, don't play her in mid. I've seen a lot of people try to play her in mid, and a lot of people say that she's bad because they've tried playing her in mid. It's honestly not worth it. She is not a mid mage. She is very much an AD carry or a hunter. Trying to play her in mid will just get you killed that much more, because even though, I mean, you probably could, but she's better AD carry because she can box hunters very, very well. And if you use her to take out the rest of the hunters, and you're just kind of chilling there, you're good to go. Have the bursty damage of, say, a Poseidon or a Scylla or an Isis, and you guys are going to be unstoppable with her. I've been playing a lot of ranked lately because I'm tired of dealing with her. I don't like playing her that as much, just because I know it's just a matter of time. So I've been playing ranked to kind of stay away from her. But if you can get to play her, she can be pretty fun to play. Just be ready for the OPness, because she is very, very just bursty and melts towers and everything. We'll go ahead and kill Raw one more time. Pop that, chase after him. Looks like it built into the palace. Now I don't take any damage. And that's Soul. So I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please, and you're watching this on YouTube, of course, click that like button. Leave a comment on the channel if you want to see any specific gods, any builds, any tips or items. Oh no, Titan's chasing after me. It'd be a shame if I didn't take any damage. But if you do like this and you want to see any tips or tricks or anything, leave it in the comments. I would be happy to help as much as I possibly can. And if you want to see more videos like this where I'm using a very overpowered god to destroy a Titan, hit that subscribe button. Oh my gosh. Hit that subscribe button. And see when the next time I upload. Look, I'm sitting at 15 health, 20 health. I just want to kill the Titan to end the video. There we go. So, for me, I am RKO. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Just God is so overpowered. Adios.